I didn't even have a cognition of what being trans, like, I didn't even know it was a concept until my first set of college classes. So it's been pretty recent as far as my life. So, and since I took the AV Tech, like, early college system, so it was a little bit earlier for me. So I was probably a first year there, maybe 15, 14, something like that. And it was the first class I took, I was like, okay, this is an idea. And, like, it didn't sit in that was me till maybe a couple years after that, where I took social diversity. Mm-hmm. And I always knew that, like, I wasn't straight, but that's as far as, like, I went. My social diversity class was when we actually researched, like, transness. A lot of it was transness and, like, other spectrum, because the teacher was genderqueer. Uh-huh. So, like, that was big for her. And let me see. So, like, that was when I started questioning. I was like, something's up. It's possible, but, like, it's such a big thing. You're just like, I don't know. And, like, it's so different for everybody that it's kind of hard to judge it. And so, like, we watched, like, interviews from people who are trans, and just like, that's not me. Like, I didn't always know about it. Because, like, everyone's always just like, I always knew. It's like, you don't always know. That's not always the case. But, like, I always knew I was not traditional, whatever. And when the first time I actually, like, knew was actually in a dream. During the duration of that class, I had a dream. And, like, it was one of those dreams that are, like, you think it's real. It was kind of like a sci-fi future thing, but, like, it was still realistic. Or, like, because, like, I'm never me in my dreams, but, like, in this one, my psyche was still there, but I just wasn't me. And, like, there's, like, a catalog of, like, people whose bodies you can switch with. And, like, they just move your brain to that body. Yeah, like, sci-fi, but, like, still realistic. It's based on science, but, like, and, like, I did that, and I just remember, like, after it, like, we did it, like, we got consent for, like, both people, and we switched bodies. And then, like, I just remember laying in the grass and then, like, looking at, like, physique, and just, like, finally. And then I woke up. Well, when I woke up, I was depressed for a solid, like, several hours. Like, I could not get out of bed. I was just like, fuck. Like, it was bad. But, like, I was, like, looking back, like, a few hours later, like, or even during that time where I was just laying there, just like, well, that confirms that. I had two friends, actually, who also came out as trans. Mm-hmm. One a little bit after me, and then one before me. So, Max, he's the one who he's not transitioned, but, like, identified outwardly first. Mm-hmm. So, like, we were talking to him, I was just like, so, pretty sure this is a thing. He's like, cool, let's find you a name. So, that's where Caiden came. That was actually the name of one of his characters, was Caiden. Yeah, probably maybe a few days, maybe or so after that, I was, like, still figuring it out. I was just like, well, that's probably what that means. And it's just like, I didn't identify, let's say, outwardly. Like, I knew it was probably it, but I was still questioning and wanting to make sure. And then, like, maybe next semester is when I actually started going by trans. I didn't have a name at that point. Mm-hmm. But, like, a few months after that, we got the name. So I think it was maybe halfway through my 4th year there that I started actually going by Caiden. It's the easiest for me to just introduce myself as trans just on the get-go as early as I can. So because, like, you look at me now and you're just like, woman. And she's like, not quite. But, so, like, if I can, I try to introduce it that way, and that's pretty easy for me. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's a little weird over email, like, because I want to let teachers know beforehand. Because, it was only recently that they had the option to put your preferred name. So, like, before then, I was emailing all my teachers beforehand, being like, hey, this is me, this is what I go by, he, him, please, thank you. But, like, I mean, all the teachers, I don't know their real opinions, but, like, they've been open outwardly about it. And, I mean, most of my teachers are pretty good about it. But if there's one thing to know about me, I'm oblivious to my surroundings. I live in my head. But apparently, when I'm with someone else, like a friend, they hear things. And tell me about it later. Apparently, walking on campus, I had like a bag and I had like a trans pen on it. Uh-huh. And apparently someone said tranny as we were passing, fucking tranny or something like that. And they told me about it like afterwards. And I was just like, why can't I hear these things? I want to hear it. But the cool thing about that is that I've never been bullied, and because of that, it's affirming for me. They can see me as a tranny. My job is done. I've made it. Again, back to Matt. He got his license before I did, and he was using his sister's car, or someone else's car, and driving it, to school and back. And at one point, I was just like, hey, Max, you want to take me to the clinic? Because, like, there's a clinic, like, 5 minutes from AB Tech that does trans stuff. And he's like, tell me when. So we went one day, like, the middle of the day or something, when we both had time off. And we stopped by, because obviously my mother doesn't know about this. And we went, I guess it's more like a consultation. They took blood and stuff to, like, see things and just talked about it, what to expect, what might happen, what might change. And at this point, I'm gonna have to go for another consultation just to, like, reaffirm and reassure that I know what's happening. But it would be nice if I could be androgynous.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I would like for that to happen.